Welcome to Air Cargo Update. This is Irshad. Today we have with us Vivien Lau. She is the Chief Executive of Jardine Aviation Services. So let's have a chat today. Vivien, can you tell more about your background?
I've been in this industry, the aviation industry, for more than 15 years. So basically, my job covers from the ground handling operation to cargo handling and also the logistics side. So I took over this job in less than 2 years. So this company, Jardine Aviation Services, really cover the passenger service, baggage, RAM, flight operations and flight control, and also some cargo documentation. And before this job, I worked in Hong Kong Air Cargo Terminal for 9 years. So that also basically cover all the air cargo logistics and also oversee a subsidiary that are focusing on the cross-border trucking services and also some e-commerce logistics.
That's a great introduction. We can have some discussions on digital cargo today.
Yeah, sure.
Well, coming to digital cargo technologies like maybe it's EDI, the blockchain or the GPS tracking, how do you believe these advancements in cargo industry are making a positive impact on the efficiency and productivity?
I truly believe that digital cargo is, the way to go. Now, we witness what the e-commerce and logistics are changing, the dynamic of the cargo industry. What they really make us, the whole process more efficient is because the visibility and the transparency that the e-cargo shipment are enabling all those end users or customers to see. Whereas compared with the traditional air cargo, sometimes, once they land and once they are in the air cargo terminal, it's invisible for a while before they become visible. So I think, and going forward, this is also matching with the customer's expectation. We do need some technology to enable this visibility and transparency so that people will feel more comfortable and also they know and where are the cargoes tracking along.
Yeah, when it comes to discussing about the benefits of digital cargo technologies, maybe as you said, increased visibility and increased transparency. Could you share some examples or case studies in your knowledge where these technologies have actually led to tangible improvements in customer service or the reduction?
I think in terms of technology, that is really the tracking device and also the GPS, where we can keep track of where are the cargoes are. And also there may be some technology that are also helping the RAM operators and when they're loading or unloading some cargo. So that is also some tools to help them to correctly place those cargo. So that will also help to improve their safety and security in addition to the day-to-day operation efficiencies. So I think all those little tools that can help the staff to perform better and also while keeping the supply chain more visible. So those are definitely helping the industry.
Since the cargo technology, the digital cargo technology is in initial stages, there has been a challenge like the lack of standardized practices, which is often mentioned as a challenge in this present scenario. From your perspective, how do you see the industry working towards addressing this issue and establishing common standards?
Yeah, I think definitely common standard or the standardization is the key because this will form a common language or common platform for the industry. But on the other hand, and every company will have our own challenge. In particular, I keep emphasizing is the frontline staff, how well they can adopt to those technology because at the end of the day, they are the one who are helping to convert those information into data, into digital format. Otherwise, we don't need to talk about the whole journey if we don't have the data in the first place. So I think the challenge is, on the one hand, we do need high-level stakeholder. We need to come into some kind of agreement for the standardization. So IATA is doing a good job. One record, run one source. They're promoting kind of common standard for the industry. But on the other hand, each individual company, we do need to really enabling or promoting the digital culture where to enable our frontline staff to adapt to it and also facilitating them to do this transition.
Yeah, as you said, the effective communication and collaboration among stakeholders, these are the essentials for smooth operation. How do you think the stakeholders to work together more effectively, enabling them to overcome these challenges and achieve the best possible outcomes?
I think for all those stakeholders, we do need to share a common interest is to make this air cargo industry more promising and also more efficient. And there's sometimes and there's this supply chain involve too many stakeholders, and every stakeholder may have its own interests that we have to protect, of course. But then I think in between is the communication, how we can enhance the communication. Also, we have to be transparent to each other, right? So from freight forwarders handling thing over their cargo to the cargo terminal, and the cargo terminal loading it on the aircraft, and then unloading, and then on the arrival process. The whole process, there are too many parties involved, and it is really, we do need a common platform to make the whole things visible, so that everyone know that there's always a efficiency in between, rather than there's some hiccup or there's some delay on certain process.
You made a great point, actually. Yeah. Now coming to the security part. The security is a paramount concern these days when it comes to digital system, and including the digital cargo technologies. What measures or protocols can you say, I mean, does your company or in general the aviation industry employ to ensure the security and integrity of the cargo data throughout the transportation process?
Yeah, so security and safety is definitely the key for the aviation industry. So on day-to-day operational concerns, so we do have a lot of promotion awareness on that, and also there's a lot of process and procedures where we can help our staff to ensure all those cargo or all those process are being fully compliant with the ordinance or any regulatory requirement. On the other hand, on top of it, and it's always in my mind, is about the information security, because nowadays we're talking about digital, so that's why, and also we are exposed, a lot of companies are being exposed to the cyber attack. So on the one hand, we want those digital data to be ready, but on the other hand, we also need to educate our staff, how to some alert about information leakage or some privacy issue. We have to be aware. So phishing email is also very high risk thing. So I think that type of information or the awareness, we are also putting a lot of focus on our staff.
That's the point where I was making, like, we are in the initial stages of the digitalization within the cargo industry. And you spoke about the staff, things getting adapted by them on a large scale. And even for today, the aviation industry is facing the same challenge. So how do you think, what steps can be taken to encourage wider implementation and acceptance within the cargo transportation industry?
Yeah, for this one, I think the digitalization journey, we can speed it up. First, we have to, all the stakeholders have to be aware that there's a benefits. Everyone will gain some benefits. Otherwise, there's no incentive to move forward. So by the efficiency gain, some cost effectiveness, I think that will, on the corporate level, the business stakeholder will be easily get into it, and that's the reason why in all those conferences and forum we are also advocating that. But on the other hand, I would also mention that is the staff, the frontline staff, because they are contributing to that journey. So they also need to see the benefit. They need to see that the introduction of technology is not doubling their workload. It's relieving them, it's helping them and to have and saving more time so that they have work-life balance. It's the efficiency that are helping them. So that's why when we're implementing any tools, and we must be think from the staff perspective that they are more receptive to that, and also they see this tool is helping them. It's not tracking them. It's not disturbing their daily job. Exactly. So that is very important, that we need to buy in, and not the big guys, but really from the bottom.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point which is most concerned today in the industry. For any changes to happen, it should start from the bottom.
Yes,
yeah.
True.
So do you really think that the industry is making its efforts to make it speeder the process?
Yes, I think there's a lot of efforts are being put, and also IATA is also doing a good job, taking the lead. But there's a lot of different, company, different size, different scale. So sometimes digitalization we also have the expectation that the encourage some investment or CapEx. Having gone through this pandemics, and a lot of companies are also going through and their own challenges. So I think in terms of those financial support, or even the launch of more cost-effective technology, that would definitely help us to launch or promote more on the digital journey.
Yeah, that's great point. Looking forward for the future, what emerging trends or innovations in digital cargo do you find the most promising or exciting?
And to me, when I look at digitalization, also when we are seeing it from my company, we are not fancy about all those big technology. So we are not that greedy, because we always believe that if we can start small, and then it's the cultural and the mindset shift that we can help, then that would be useful. So quote you an example, we can be as simple as using some Microsoft Power and Automate. Those are readily available in our Outlook or in our Microsoft platform. And if it's easy to use and also user-friendly, then for our staff who can start from there, then it will be eventually they build up their confidence and accumulate their experience that will help. So recently we are also trying the ChatGPT in our company, and that may also help making things more transparent and also responding to the customer inquiry more effectively.
Yeah, when you spoke about ChatGPT, it's a very relevant topic to be discussed today.
Yes, true.
What do you think the future of AI in the digitalization perspective?
Yeah, I think that will be another revolution that they are bringing in. So, but of course, we can't predict, how much they will change. But in our company, we are also very bold in trying it, and also making sure it's under a secured environment. So we are also encouraging our staff to use it, because eventually we shouldn't avoid some new technology, but this is a culture we are promoting, so this is something new, and then while we can build a safe environment for the staff, and then we encourage them to use, to apply, we don't have a preset process how and when to use it, but then we open that platform. So whenever you can think about if this technology can help their work, then we encourage them to just make use of it.
That's all for today.
Okay, thank
we
you.
had a great discussion with
Thank you.
Vivien.
Thank
you
you
for coming in our platform.
Thank you.